You know what? People need to like take accountability of their actions, like how I'm doing. Like if you are a bitch and you say something bad to somebody and they get offended, they are not too sensitive, bitch. You are the fucking problem. I have done a lot of mistakes in my life and I'm not really proud of any of them. Let me put this down because last video, the fuck? This last video, I was editing the video and I realized that every time I put this here, the audio was great. And then every time I put it like around here, it wasn't that good. So let me put it at a spot where it's good enough. So anyways, I have done a lot of mistakes in my life that I'm not really proud of. And I try to be better every day. And my comparison is with myself, but the version of myself yesterday. And truth be told, I am not doing a great job, but at least I'm holding myself accountable and I am self-aware. So that should be enough to redeem myself. But this story happened a few years ago. Everything that I've been sharing has happened a few years ago. So I'm like kind of excited because I've never really spoken about it. And I feel like people who are involved in this video, I hope that they are not watching because, and unfortunately, this was not the only time I did this. So the other times I can't even really talk about, but this is when I had first moved to Canada. If you guys don't know me, I am from India. I was born and raised in India, moved here in 2018 and I've been living here since then. So when I first moved to Canada, I was studying here at a college and I was like, I had a lot of friends. I don't have friends anymore right now, but I feel like that is self-made problem. Let's just say that because like I feel like God has given me enough chances to learn, but like I don't want to learn. Like even if I wanted to, my body and brain just don't align, and I feel every single time I think that I'm gonna do something good, I end up doing something worse than I've done in the past. So I had a lot of friends, and one of the friends was this person. Let's call him Potato. So this guy is a very good guy. We become friends because we met on Grindr, and because we were not really like into each other, we became friends. And twink on twink friends, I feel like could go either way. It could go like both are demon twinks and they don't get aligned together, and they could also be good friends and like friends for life. Or like I feel like I was a demon twink, and to an extent I'm still a demon twink, and I'm not really proud of that. But you're not a demon twink. It's a lifestyle and you have to live it, and you don't get to choose it. It chooses you. So that's what I like to think about it. Friends, we would go to each other's. Mostly he would come over to mine because I lived around a mall. We would hang out and we would chit chat. Like we were like sahelis. Sahelis is like girl best friends in Hindi, and we would always be having fun. We would always talk about the people that I'm talking to, and we would always talk about random shit, how's college going and whatnot. We were just those two gays who were always having fun. I remember like we would go out and click photos of each other for Instagram, and like it was a whole vibe. Like it was a good vibe. At that point, I believed in astrology more than I believed in myself, bitch. Like I feel like something here just doesn't click. What the fuck was that? And every time I tell myself that, hey, you don't really need to believe in astrology because it's not factual, something happens that proves that astrology is a pseudoscience. I gotta have some water, bitch. And like just like that, a few months passed by and like we are still friends. And I feel like I noticed a few things that made me feel like he's not really receptive to my feelings. I'm a Pisces and I feel a lot of emotions. These days I only feel despair, sadness, and depression. So a lot of varieties, you know. And sometimes I'm sensitive, and I feel like people like to blame the person who's sensitive, that, oh, you're too sensitive. And I'm like, bitch, maybe you're not sensitive enough. You know what? People need to like take accountability of their actions, like how I'm doing. Like if you are a bitch and you say something bad to somebody and they get offended, they are not too sensitive, bitch. You are the fucking problem. Like I hate people who call me too sensitive because I have heard that in the past a lot. Like people would come at me and they'll be like, you're too sensitive, bitch. I'll slap the fuck out of you. Like I would give you clap for you, but your head will be in between my palms. Like, bitch. Anyways, I need to calm the fuck down. It's not even that deep. It happened a few years ago. So anyways, like a lot of the times he would do things that are like not something I would have done. It was really irritating and I'm just not enjoying that. So after a few months, I am talking to him and he tells me that, oh my God, this guy is like talking to me and like he's so interested in me, but I'm not that interested in him. But he's like okayish looking, but I don't know. So like he talks about him a couple times with me, and it makes me believe that the guy's really into him and he's not really into the guy. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. Like, you know, if you're not really into him, then move on. And like, we had this conversation a few times. So I'm like, bitch, every time you talk about it, like, why the fuck have you not moved on? Like, what is it that's like keeping you? And it wasn't even like he was attracted to him or anything. Like, he was not that attracted to him and he was hooking up with other people and whatnot. And I know, like, I shouldn't have done what I'm gonna tell you, but like, the fuck, I didn't know any better. In that day and age, I wanted to have a boyfriend, and I really, really wanted to have a boyfriend no matter how. It's not like I was gonna do anything and everything, but like, if I know that this person is interested in him, at that point, I was delulu enough that I was like, oh, you know what? I am better looking than this person anyways. So I'm sure, like, if he's into him, I'm sure he's into me. And I feel like I needed to like sit myself down and hold my hand and tell myself that, hey, you are a fucking idiot, bitch, you slut. Like, you need to just chill. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? First of all, why are you thinking that you are better looking than another person? Because every person is beautiful in their own way. But then again, we are gays, and everything in our life revolves around the way you look or the way the other person looks around you. Next thing I know is I'm on Grindr and this person's profile comes on my page and I text him. I don't remember like if he texted me, I texted him, but whatever. And then we talk a little bit, and I'm not like really flirting with him or anything, but like he is flirting with me low key. And I was like, oh my gosh, like why is he like low key cute? And this guy was like white and whatnot. And I feel like that was my only criteria back then to date. If you're tall and white, I am like, my legs are this. Like, the fuck? What is wrong with me? There's a lot that's wrong with me. Like, but let's not talk about that. So anyways, I start like talking to him and I tell him that my friend Potato is talking to you and da. And like, we talk about Potato quite often. And then I'm trying to help Potato, telling him that, hey, like, let's call this guy, Tomato. Potato Tomato. Period. I'm so creative. Like, sometimes I like to think that I might be the creativest person on the entire planet. Whatever pronouns, pronunciation, nouns, whatever that is. Preposition, I don't know. Anyways, so basically I am talking to him and I'm trying to sell my potato to Tomato. If you think about it and the way I'm saying it out loud, it's kind of crazy. I feel like I am nuts. Like, that's why maybe I named my dogs Nuts. Anyways, so I'm trying to tell Tomato that Potato is actually pretty good and you guys get along very well. You know, potato curry with Tomato. So I am telling him that, and he seemed to be only talking about me to me. And this way, a couple of weeks go by and I tell Potato that I'm talking to Tomato and he seems to be interested in you. And like, I tell him that maybe you both need to ask each other on a date. I think by then they had met each other once or twice, but I was like, you guys should go on an official date. And I'm over here like trying to make them, I'm trying to play matchmaker between them and nothing is happening. And I keep telling either of them, like, I was doing my number one, like I was doing my thing. I was trying to tell both of them that you guys are interested in each other. Why don't you guys go on a date and whatnot? But this bitch, none of them wanted to. Like, I know that Tomato wanted to go on a date, but Potato didn't want to go on a date. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So one night I come back from work and I used to work at a pizza store at that point. So my shift was until 11 p.m. So I get home by, I think, 12 and I'm like super tired, but I'm on Grindr because why the fuck not? Like, what would I do after my long shift at work when I think that sleeping should be what I should be doing, but then I feel like the natural thing is to be going on Grindr, you know? So I'm on Grindr, I'm talking to this person, and I think by then we had not exchanged numbers. So I tell him that I'm bored and and he's like, oh, do you want me to come over? And I'm like, well, you're talking to Potato, so I don't know like if you should come over, but if you come, nothing can happen. We can just chill. So he comes and like, I remember like he comes in like this, I think Vancouver has these called Evo, but it was something else. It wasn't Evo at that point. He drives like a very, very small car. Like, you know how I am short? Smaller than me, bitch. I feel like Stuart Little would fit in that car and drive it away. And he comes out and he's like 6'2". So imagine my horror when he pulls over in this smallish car and he's like 6'2". Like, what the fuck? I always find it very entertaining whenever like a person who disproportionately is driving a car that doesn't really suit him. It's just too funny. Like I had a Hyundai Tucson for a couple of years, and it's a huge SUV, and I would come out of the car and I'm like short bitch, and I feel like I don't know what other people would think or look at me and then think, but every time I see somebody else like a huge truck and somebody driving it is too short or too small, it's like comical to me. It's very funny. And you know what's equally funny is when somebody falls around me. I remember like one time Kevin was like we were both at his parents' and he fucking fell on his butt on the stairs, and we went to his aunt's and he was like, oh yeah, Justin pushed me, and his aunt believed him. Like, what? Do I look like I can push him? I don't think so. He comes over in this little car. We talk. We are talking about tomato. We are talking about potato. We are talking about how they're compatible and whatnot. And he's flirting with me low-key. And I'm trying to like not pay attention to the flirt, because although like I wanted to have a boyfriend, but he was also not my type. He was just tall and white. And even though I was desperate for a boyfriend, I also kind of wanted a specific kind of boyfriend. And after talking to him, I was kind of aware that we might not be compatible. Anyways, so this happens, and then he goes home. He doesn't stay over. And then a couple weeks after, he invites me over. And in that couple weeks, I have told Potato that we met and whatnot, nothing happened, and I don't know how he felt, because he never explicitly told me that he feels a certain way or whatnot. And I was like, okay with that. Like, if he's not really saying anything, then that's fine. Like, sometimes you just move on. And then in gay community, like a lot of your exes are your ex's ex and your boyfriend's ex. So like everyone's like interconnected some way or the way, or some way, shape or form. So it wasn't like I was breaking a code, like, you know how in cis people there's like a bro code and a woman code or whatnot, or sister code. And I don't think that was a thing. But at the same time, now that I think about it, I feel like I should have been a little bit more respectful towards my friends' relationship or lack thereof with this person. So I go over to him and we are like chit-chatting and like we are having a good time. And his house was nice, but his house was a mess. Like I remember that he had to do his laundry and it was all over his room, and it was pretty hot. Like it was summer, so the apartment was super hot and there was no AC. One thing about Vancouver I don't understand is like nothing, like no building has AC. I'm so glad that the building we live in has an AC. Like without an AC, we would have been like so crazy. And like the heat wave that we get in Vancouver is crazy, out of this world, and it gets super hot. Anyways, so it was pretty hot in his house, so everything was like smelling a lot more crazier, and I was super hungry. I remember like that was the first time I had like a ramen. I'm not talking about Maggie or whatnot. I had like an actual ramen from Korea, and it was pretty good. I don't remember like if it was chicken flavored or not, but I was fucking hungry, and it was so spicy. And his building's like terrace had all the amenities and the pool and whatnot. It was such a vibe. I kid you not, like coming from where I come from in Delhi, looking at his building and the condo, I was like shook at. I was like, wow, like rich people do be living. And like now that it's been a while, I've been in Canada, I understand that that's not just rich, like that's just average living. And I was like, man, like you are making money. And that was like, oh, maybe I should date him because this bitch has money. So we talk a little bit, and we kiss, I think, on that day a little bit, but nothing really happens like beyond that. We make out a little bit and that's it. And then after that, rarely, like we weren't really talking that much. We weren't really in connection as much as before meeting each other. I just feel like we both realized that we were both not compatible, and which is okay. Like sometimes you're not compatible with that person, and that is okay. I remember like I was in downtown a few days ago and I saw him walk past me, and he has completely changed. And but yeah, here's your sign, bitch. If you are watching this, do not steal other people's situationship or boyfriends, because bitch, the karma really hits. And I'll tell you what happened after in another video. So thanks for watching this video, and if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big fat thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, then go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.